Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. Today I want to feature a video of Steve from Crypto Crew University. And Steve loves to do ratios and mathematical variables in his graphs. And so today again, he's going to do a math sum for us just to show what is the prediction of the Bitcoin bottom, where the next stop is going to be, and also when it can be. Yesterday, I hope you saw the interview that we featured yesterday. It was really good, where they also just explained the math of where Bitcoin might even break an 18-year cycle, just like it done in the NASDAQ. Guys, enjoy this video with us. Thank you.
The first cycle top for Bitcoin was at precisely $31.91. You can see that here. And this is back in 2011. And we're going to take this simple mathematical formula and it's going to knock your socks off. $31.91, and we times by 0.2, and then we divide by pi, 3.14. It equals a bottom of $2.03. Meaning if we knew that this was the top and we plugged it in this formula, nobody knew where the bottom was going to be. All these months later, we hit $2.03. That ends up being the bottom. And now we have our mathematical formula. It's locked in place. Now let's go to the next market cycle top, because if you've watched my prior videos, we had a mathematical formula for how to find the market cycle top. We'll have that video linked below. Everyone went crazy for that video. And this is a follow-up video, how to use a mathematical formula to predict the bottom. So now that we have this simple formula, we're going to plug in our new cycle top from 2013. And instead of using 0.2, we're going to use 0.4. Now, when you take the second market cycle top, it's $1,240. We times that by 0.4 and go ahead and plug this in your calculator right now. Again, it doesn't matter what grades you got in school. You have a phone and that phone has a calculator, and that calculator will make you look like a genius, including predicting Bitcoin's bottom. Because when you plug in $1,240 times 0.4 divided by 3.14, it equals precisely the market bottom of $157.96, which we reached back in August of 2015. That means so far, this simple mathematical formula that for whatever reason nobody is discussing has predicted the bottom down to the dollar, both in 2011 and in 2015. Down to the dollar. So this is where things get really interesting, because so far we're 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2. And what is this mathematical formula saying about the current Bitcoin bottom? Where is it? What price will this say that it's at? Let's continue on in our journey to the next market cycle. So we've hit our bottom, 157.96 cents, and we went on our bull run to the next market cycle top. And this is where things get a little bit interesting, because now we're at our third cycle top. We're at that 2017 top, and we have Bitcoin at $19,804. Okay, so that was the market cycle top, 19,804. Plug that in your calculator right now. And remember, the first cycle we did 0.2, the second cycle we did 0.4, and you already know the third cycle is 0.6. Notice a pattern, but we didn't change to 3.14. Everything else stays the same. We just plug in the market cycle top, times by the number, divided by 3.14, and boom, it spits out what everyone would give their left arm to know. So this third cycle top, 19,804 times 0.6 divided by pi, 3.14, and it equals the market bottom. This is where things get even more interesting. We're going to come back to this third cycle because there is a slight problem with this that we'll adjust in a moment. But now let's continue on to cycle number 4. And then we're going to get to the small problem. And this is going to throw a little bit of a curveball at you. So I hope you're ready for that as well. But let's get to the fourth cycle, because we had our market bottom here. It was a short-lived bottom, and then we rallied up rather quickly to that 14K, and then you already remember the COVID crash and where we went from there. But now this is where things take a little bit of a turn, because that third cycle was very critical, and now we're here in the fourth cycle. In the fourth cycle, we have 68,997. And again, we did 0.6 last time. It's 0.8. It started with 0.2, then 0.4, then 0.6, and then 0.8. But still divided by that 3.14. And it spit out this as the market bottom. But remember, I told you there was a little bit of a curveball. There was something I'm not fully happy with that we need to speak about. But it spit out this 17,500 as the bottom, which we hit, which me and our channel called that to be the bottom about 120 days ago. And it really went against every human on earth. The high majority of people say that we're going substantially lower. But are we? So I told you there was a little bit of a curveball, and I need to give a shout out to one of my students. This chart idea came from him. His name is Kiatil. Kiatil, this goes out to you. There's one small thing I want to discuss which could throw a fairly large curveball into this mathematical formula. And it happens here in cycle 3. Cycle 3, everything was going according to plan. We put in this top, we put in 0.6, we divided by pi, and it equals this as the bottom. The only issue is this wasn't the bottom. 3,700 was not the bottom. It was like 3,100 and something. But what if I showed you a different philosophy here, and we go to this next chart? Because what if it happened like this? What if it happened where the first cycle was 0.2, the second cycle was 0.4, obviously Bitcoin growing at a rapid clip during these first couple cycles, but then it slowed a bit. And not my opinion, you can just look at the facts in the charts. This next cycle was a lot slower than all the others. So what if it wasn't 0.6? What if it was 0.5? And if we take 19,804, which plug it into your calculator right now, and we do it by times by 0.5 and then divide it by 3.14, we suddenly have the exact market bottom. So then we say to ourselves, okay, the first one was 0.2, the next one was 0.4, and we already saw a small error. It's not 0.6. The market actually slowed, and it continued to increase by 0.1 rather than 0.2. So this third market cycle was actually 0.5 and not 0.6, and then it actually predicted the actual market bottom. Where do we go from here? What do we do for that fourth cycle? Do we also increase by 0.1, so the next one will be 0.6? Or does it slow even more? Or does it go back to its original 0.8? If we assume that we were growing at a faster clip before, so we added 0.2, and then we slowed, so we added 0.1, and we continued to have that slower trajectory, so we added 0.1 again, the formula would look like this. A top of 68,997 times 0.6. Again, an increase of 0.1, and it was before it was 0.5, and now it's 0.6. Divided by 3.14, it equals a bottom of 13,184, which some people may be dancing in their seats right now saying, oh my God, has Steve changed his outlook? Does he believe that the bottom could be here and that the bottom is not currently in? I still stand that the charts are saying the bottom is currently in. This could very well be a possibility. Nobody on earth knows. We've always talked about 13.7K. Right here being the absolute most important number for Bitcoin. You can see the bodies of these two candles, here and here. It could happen. Who knows? But the interesting thing is this mathematical formula is very fascinating. I needed to bring it to your attention because it comes from a very different angle that you haven't seen before.
Alright guys, I just want to remind you, we just did a video earlier this morning. It was a really excellent analysis on Cardano and on a massive bottom that Cardano just hit. It's on a low. Tell me quickly, Dion, when did Cardano last hit that same level?
It was 2021, and before that 2018. So it's the third time in history that it's hit that level. So it's really a very strong support. Yeah, so from there, I think I expect great things for ADA, yes.
So, according to Dion's analysis, we could expect 60% growth on ADA, but ADA is one of those coins that's going to 3x, 5x, 10x in the future. So, it's just an excellent buy. Alright guys, I'll put a link for that video also for you in the description. Guys, have a fantastic day and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Dion.
Thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Cheers.